We're gonna have to just ignore the trash trucks outside because it's Monday, and Mondays in Los Angeles are trash day. Well, maybe not everywhere in LA, but where I am in LA. And this battery is gonna die. Oh my god. Hi, hello. So today, you guys, I'm going to be doing my second reading wrap-up of the year. I did my first one in February, and then I meant to do one in April, and then June, and then I didn't. So now we're just going to do it all in July. I don't have that many books to show you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 books to talk about. So I'm 3 books behind my reading goal according to Goodreads, but I'm rereading Harry Potter and annotating them right now, as well as reading some other books, so I'm gonna be fine, I hope. Without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into the books that I have to talk about. The first book that I read, or not the first book, but I guess the first book I'm going to talk about today is Ruined by Amy Tintera. I read this book a really long time ago, probably like in March, but it was such a good book. It's a fantasy novel about a girl who basically takes someone's identity in order to impersonate like a princess so she can go in and pretend to get married to the prince or who's going to be king because he killed her family, so she wants revenge and so she wants to murder him, and then of course, you know, when does that ever work? This book was really exciting. I think I read it in like 2 or 3 days if I remember correctly. I haven't read the rest of I think there's one more book. Is it a duology or a trilogy? I actually don't know. But I haven't read the other one yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. The next 2 I'm going to talk about together, even though I only have one, and that's Renegades and Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. You guys, I am in love with this soon-to-be trilogy. Supernova comes out in November. I sped my way through Renegades. It was so good. I love superhero books. The villains and heroes line is so blurred in this story, and I love the complexity of the characters, especially Nova. She is such a complex character who comes across as a villain but does things that make her a hero. And of course no one really knows that she's a villain. I love it. I love this book, and I love Archenemies, and I'm so nervous and excited for Supernova to come out at the end of the year. Then I read The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is an LGBTQ+ historical fiction novel that takes place during like the 1700s, 1800s era, and it's so cute. I love the Revolutionary War era. It's one of my favorite time periods to learn about, even though it's a mess and a half. So of course, I'm always gonna read books like this. The adventures that these characters go on is so fun and totally something you wouldn't expect from a novel that takes place in this time period. Next, I read Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. Again, another superhero novel. I've had this book forever, and I have been so behind on the DC franchise when it comes to the movies. Like, I just don't like DC that much. I love DC TV, like the CW TV shows are perfect, but films, it's a hit or miss for me. But I really wanted to read this book, and I really want to see the film. I haven't seen the film yet, but I heard it's really good. Leigh Bardugo is one of my favorite authors. I mean, she's written the Grisha trilogy, Six of Crows, King of Scars. Like, I love that world so much, so I trust her completely, and I was not disappointed with this book, and I loved it. Then I read another superhero book. I guess this is like the season of superhero reads for me, probably because of Endgame, but that is Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. So this novel was so cute. Again, the lines between heroes and villains is so blurred, and it makes everything so much more complex, and I'm realizing I really like that, not just in terms of like superhero novels, but like films as well, and just characters and comics, which I'm slowly getting into the Marvel comics. But I definitely love Not Your Sidekick. It's about a young girl named Jessica who's trying to come to terms with who she is, and that she didn't get any superpowers like her sister did, and that her parents are these amazing superheroes that take down these villains, and she finds herself working at an internship for her parents' nemesis. So that's where the blur comes in, and so that's really cool. Then I read Wafer by Alexandra Bracken. This is the sequel to Passenger. This duology has my heart. I don't even know where my copy of Passenger is. It's like not on my bookshelf, so who knows where it went. I think one of my friends might have it. But you guys, this book is just constantly twists and turns with all the time travel portals and how they're in, you know, the 1700s and then the 1900s and then like before time, and then it's just crazy of all the things that are going on, and Etta and Nicholas are just trying to find each other but they keep missing each other, and there's a bunch of side characters, and we learn a bunch more about Edda's past, obviously, because this is the final book in the duology, but time travel adventures have my heart so much, as well as superhero books. So lastly, I read A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. So this book, it was in my TBR cart, which still has so many books in it, but I've been slowly working my way through, and I picked this one up because I had no idea what it was, and I was like, I think I got it on Book Outlet, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit and read a chapter or two before I go to bed. And then an hour and a half later, I had finished this book. Like, it is such a quick read. It's about a couple, Leah and Gabe, and it's about their love story, and it's told in the perspective of 12 different people, from their like English teacher, the pizza delivery guy who always delivers them pizza, like Leah's friends, Leah's roommate, Gabe's roommate. It's like, it's so cool how they tell it. It kind of gave me fangirl vibes, but told in a different format, and I really, really liked it. And that is it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!